All right. What's up, everybody? What up? What up? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What's the deal? How we living, chat? Chat, talk to me. How we living, chat? Finally, a day of good PA, bro. And tell me you guys took advantage. Tell me. Tell me you guys took advantage of it. I need to know. I need to know, baby. Did we take advantage of the beautiful PA we had today? Full life. Yo, what's up? Colin Neto. Do I copy trade? Absolutely. Any trades done already for the day? Baby. We nice and green, chat. Listen, we nice and green, baby. You know, we nice and green. G-Man was good. Chat, here's stats. You know, I always show my stats. This is my personal live account. This is my own personal account that I trade. I always show my stats. Transparency, baby. You know the deal. We nice and green on the month. It's been quite the slow month, chat. Right? Listen, it's been quite the slow month. PA has not been the best. So we've been playing defense. All right. We've pulled back a little bit. Okay. We pulled back on the position sizing. We pulled back on the trades, on the amount of trades that we take. I mean, you can see here one trade, one trade, one trade, one trade, one trade. Like there's a lot of days where we only have one trade, really the one and dones. You know, today we finally had some good PA, chat. Finally had some good PA. Today we're up $445 on the personal account. We're sitting good, chat. We're sitting good. Hopefully tomorrow we have the same PA, right, that we had today. Hopefully we still have some good PA through the rest of the week, which is tomorrow, you know. Listen, I hope we do, right? And if we do, then tomorrow should be another good day, hopefully, as long as we take some good setups. But looking to finish out the week strong, as long as we get that really good PA that we had today. But personal account overall is sitting up nice. This is a $25,000 personal account that I funded. And you know, last month we kind of messed up, chat. Kind of messed up. I had a day where I did not trade my bets. I went on a tilt mode, and it wasn't good. But we ended last month green, and then this month we are nice and green, and like just no real tilt days, no real no real emotions this month. Just kind of pulling back a little bit, sizing down, playing defense in the markets, and it's paying off. And so right now we're up about what is that? A little over 3,000 on the personal account this month. So just taking the rest of the month slow, right? I mean, we get some good PA. We're still going to take it slow. We're not going to go hard just yet. We want to make sure that all of the price action we get the rest of the month is going to be sustainable and we continue to see it. But if we do, no, I'm really looking forward to next month, because if we get some good solid PA for next month, chat, we're really going to start ramping up the position sizing and getting a little more aggressive in these markets. You know, this past market's been defense. We haven't been going as hard. But if the PA gets better, we're going to be going a lot harder. So we should see some good numbers here. Should see some good numbers. FF, what up? She said it, guys. You heard it here first. Smash that like button if you're coming in, baby. Holy moly, smash the like button. Let's get the likes up on the stream. Edwin, how you doing, bro? Calinero, I want to start my own live account too. What's the capital that's required to fund you an account? I don't recommend funding one unless you start with a minimum. And I mean, chat, this is a absolute baseline with 10K. If you're going to fund your own personal account, I don't recommend doing it any less than 10K, especially trading futures, right? You want to make sure that you have enough in your account, enough padding that's going to allow you to have, you know, losing streaks and pullbacks. And, you know, you got to be able to tolerate it, right? You got to be able to tolerate it. And so I funded mine with 25,000. Okay. I started this account with 25K. But if you're going to fund your own personal, minimum 10K. And even then, I feel like it's pushing it. I really do, chat. I really feel like it's pushing it. Chat, listen. Lock in. Come here. Chat, come here. Look at me in my eyes, bro. We have Edgeful coming on today, right? Edgeful is coming on at 1:30, about an hour and a half. All right. First thing, Edgeful's coming on. They're going to talk and they're going to show the platform. Chat, listen, I use Edgeful. This is Edgeful. Look, check it out. Bang, bang. Edgeful has absolutely beautiful, beautiful statistics, chat. Listen up. MNQ, you can go to literally anything. Go to price action, gap fills, power hour continuation, outside days, opening stats, opening range breakout, opening candle continuation, initial balance, gap fill, inside bars, fair value gaps, engulfing candles, FOMC, which we just had, CPI, green, red streaks, NFP. It has absolutely freaking everything, chat. Everything. So you're going to want to tune in and listen up and take notes and check out Edgeful because they're coming on. They're going to go be walking through some of their statistics and some new things that they're implementing inside of Edgeful. So you do not want to miss that, chat. Holy. Second, chat, this is probably another reason why you want to be here. Listen up. Are you locked in? Can I get some raising hands if you're locked in with me right now? Because I got one more thing to say. Let me see some raised hands in the comments, chat. Raise your hand if you're locked in because we got a big one here. Let me see the hands in the comments, chat. Put the hand emoji. We ain't continuing until I see hand emojis in the chat because I got one more big one. One more absolute big one. Come on, chat. I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need more than that. We got 20 people in here. I'm gonna need more. There we go. Let's get some raised hands in the chat. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there we go. Okay, chat. We're doing $150,000 straight to funded giveaway today. You locked in? Because you better be. We're gonna be doing duck races, chat. We're gonna be doing the duck race for the 150K straight to funded account. But check it out. There's gonna be a little twist. All right. Listen. Hey. Listen. Actually, can I see who gets last place in duck races? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna do something. Maybe we do second place. Chat, we're gonna do a first place giveaway of 150K straight to funded. All right. You locked in. If we can, yeah, let's just do last place. Can we see what last place is? FF, are you sure? Are you sure you can see what last place is? If we do a last place one, we could do a 50K growth account for last place. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do so it's going to be 150K straight to fund account for the giveaway, the winner of the duck race. All right. If we can see last place, the last place is going to get a 50K growth account for last place. All right. If we can't see last place, then we'll do second place or whatever. With that said, you guys better be locked in. All right. Marika says, I'm always last. Maybe I got the chance. Listen, you better have the ducks trained up, baby. You got to have the ducks trained up because if they're not trained, you haven't done the cardio, you haven't put in the training. I don't know what to tell you. All right. This is your moment to shine. This is where preparation meets opportunity. Chat, you locked in? Preparation meets opportunity. Okay. You got to do it. You got to prepare. Okay. Anyways, chat, with that said, today, let's just go over today real quick. We're up $445. We took 4 trades. Actually, let me get my Tradezella pulled up and we'll actually walk through the trades, just show you guys the trades that we took. I want to make sure you guys can see that. We took 3 wins, 1 loss. And chat, actually, you know what, dude? Listen, I closed 2 positions extremely freaking early and I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have, bro. I paid the price for closing too early. That's okay. That's okay. All right, chat. We took 4 trades today. Oh, chat, before we do this too, chat, as a reminder, we are doing the 150K giveaway, right? Today on stream. We have Edgeful coming on. Edgeful is going to come on and talk and show you guys Edgeful. But we're also doing another giveaway right now, right? We're doing another giveaway right now. All you do is when you go buy an account with Tradefy, once you use code JM, you just send me a screenshot, right? Hop in Discord, send me a screenshot. That's going to give you an entry to win a straight to funded account with Tradefy. All right. You locked in? Use code JM. Send me the screenshot that you used it with Tradefy, and that's going to enter you for a straight to funded account. And here's the kicker. You can have multiple entries. If you buy 5 accounts, you get 5 entries. All right. Let's keep that in mind. Anyways, this was the trade shot that we took today. We took one. Wait, hold on. Let me back out real quick. Get out of the 1 minute. Go to the 5 minute. All right. This was the first trade that we took. This was before I hopped on stream. I hopped on stream a little late, but I took it pretty much right out the open here. It was a sell given the nature of the pre-market. I ended up taking a short position with 5 micros, scaled out of it down here. It was up about $300 on this trade. Ended up taking another position long here and got out of it. Chat, I'm really now this trade I'm actually quite mad about because I knew to stay in this. I knew I did. Like I knew I should have. But I was just I was a little bit kind of iffy on today's PA, and being so early in the day, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to hold that much. Right. And so anyways, I ended up taking a long, let's see. Why is it showing so weird on, let me go back to the 5 minute. Anyways, I ended up taking a long here, chat. This was a great long. I'm pretty sure half of Twitter all took this same long. But I ended up taking the long at 56 and I got out. I took 16 points. I know it looks small because in comparison to price, it is small. But I took 16 points on this trade. I knew I should have stayed in it. I knew I should have. I was in a profit lock. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? I was in a locking in profit type of mood. Right. And so I locked it in. Anyways, price ran. We took one loss, which was here. One loss, very small. It was barely anything, right? We only took two micros as well. And then we took another long here and made some profits. So those are the trades that we took. We're up about 445 on the day. Not bad. Not bad. Why do old habits die hard in trading? Why do old habits die hard in trading? I don't know. Chat, just remember, trading is fucking hard, right? Trading is not easy, bro. People come in this industry and they're like, man, I see all these people making all this money. I'm going to come in and I'm going to do it. Like, trading is fucking hard, right? There's a reason why 90% of people don't make it. And it's not because of the market. It's not because of technical analysis or reading a chart. It's because your brain is legitimately, your brain is wired to keep you safe. That's what it is. Your mind is wired and conditioned to keep you safe from stress, right? And to keep you safe from uncomfortable situations, right? That's pretty much 95% of the reason why people fail is your brain's wired to keep you safe. And it forces you to make decisions to keep you safe, right? To help you avoid uncomfortable stress, right? And so you really have to train your brain to be like, you know what? How I am and think outside of trading is not going to cut it. When I am a trader and I'm at my desk and I am trading, I have to think completely different. And you have to wire your brain, bro. You have to wire your brain to think extremely, extremely different. And it is very uncomfortable. Very. Not an easy thing to do. Not an easy thing to do, chat. Bottom line, I just wasn't patient enough this morning. Sometimes that happens. That happens. Logan. Well, Logan. You can use it. You toasted a PA being stupid. Holy, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, just as a reminder, we have Edgeful coming on at 1:30. So in about an hour and 10 minutes, Edgeful's coming on. And then we're doing a legitimate 150K straight to funded giveaway. Holy shit. Chat, 150,000 straight to funded account on Tradify. My brain wires have wire nuts and electric tape holding them together, scared to mess with them. Holy. Sounds a little bit unsafe. Sounds a little unsafe. Chat, let's hit that like button, bro. How many likes we got on the stream? Oh, chat. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. We got 16 likes. 16 likes, chat. If we haven't hit the like button, bro, I will find you. We got 28 people, 16 likes. Let's make sure to smash that like button. We have Edgeful. We have giveaways. We have absolutely everything. We need to smash the like button. Let me tell you, I have a very particular set of skills, bro. You don't want me to use them. I will come find you. Hit that like button. All right, let's see. Well, I'll tell you what's even more frustrating is when you've been trading really well for several weeks and then have a day like that where you fight the tape, you do stupid stuff you don't usually do. Yep. Yep. That is a moment every trader goes face to face with. Listen, chat, it's a real thing. I face it in my personal account. You trade so well, right? And then you have a day, right? This is the day you're face to face with a day that you take losses. And you know, the urge, chat, think of it like it when you're in a fight, right? When you're in a fight, you have this person just talking absolute shit to you, right? They're tormenting you, they're edging you, they're trying to push your buttons, right? They're absolutely talking shit. And all you want to do is just smack the shit out of them, right? You want to just like lay one right across the jaw. But then you realize that stooping to that level, even though they deserve it, isn't always the best thing to do, right? Think of it like that, like the market. Like this is the market. Sitting here, it's talking shit to you. You having a red day. You want to give it a nice big cross across the jaw, right? But you know you shouldn't. And so you have to pull yourself back, right? You got to pull yourself back so you don't make things worse on yourself. Think of it like that, man. I have those days more often than not, chat, where I have to look at the market and make a decision on whether I'm going to fight it or if I'm going to just let it win for a day, right? And come back tomorrow, live, survive, come back tomorrow, clean slate, and then give the market what it deserves. And I just want to tell you, I don't think there's been any other trader that uses a fighting analogy with their hand to discuss the market. Is that an iced coffee? J-Man, you're a moderator, and I will have you ban yourself, brother. Don't ever bring that disrespect in my comment section. Don't ever disrespect me in my comment section like that, G-Man. Holy. Javier, good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you. Chat, how are we looking, bro? Things are looking a little bearish on the market, huh? Things are looking a little bit bearish. We have a lot of resistance up here, chat. We take a little peek. I don't know that I'll be taking any trades because I'm pretty much done on the day. We have a lot of resistance up here. Joey, great to meet you at the Tradify meetup in NYC. You're a legend. Yo, I appreciate you. It was great meeting you too. It's great meeting everybody, man. It's great meeting everybody. It was a fun time. Fun time being there for sure. A lot of resistance here, chat. A little bit sellers. Could we see a move back down? It's kind of what we've been seeing. We have a little bit of support, a little bit of resistance. Back to the basics, chat, support and resistance. A lot of sellers here. So I'm wondering if we catch a little bit of resistance, maybe consolidate here, maybe get a little fake out, a little trap action, right back down. I have built a few businesses over the past 30 years. It has taught me to get knocked down over and over and over. You never lose until you quit. Focus on finding solutions. It will give you strength. Redneck coming in with a big old flex. Flex on him, Redneck. Flex on him. Let him know. Let him know. Any trades done today already? Yes. We have traded today. We are up $445 on the personal account today, Holy. We are living life. Absolutely living life. Redneck coming in with that big old flex. You absolutely love to see it. Chat, trading is a business, bro. I don't care what people say. People talk about trading being gambling. Well, you know what? So is getting a 9-to-5 job, thinking you have job security, not knowing when your last day is going to be. Isn't that a gamble? Aren't you going to college? Chat, hold on, listen, talk to me for a second. Aren't you going to college to get $100,000 in debt, paying $100,000 gambling if you're going to have job security the rest of your life? Is that not a gamble? Are you not gambling college tuition to have job security at 9-to-5 the rest of your life? Is that not a gamble? When you're sitting eating unhealthy food, thinking you're not going to get fat, are you not gambling on you eating the fat, right? Eating the food, not getting fat? Isn't that a gamble? When you go to sleep at night, not knowing if you'll wake up the next day, isn't that a gamble? You gamble every fucking time of every day of your life, bro. Every day of your life, you gamble. Everything's gambling. There is no certainty, bro. There's none. Trading is a business. Treat it as such, and you will find much more success that way. Chat, it's very important to have systems, right? You need to have systems in your trading. Y'all don't get me on a rant right now, bro. Now, I really wasn't coming into this thinking I was going to, but now y'all done it. Y'all flip the switch. All right. You got to have systems in your trading. That's the only way you succeed at trading, is if you have systems and protocols to follow. If you look at the biggest companies, chat, if you look at Apple, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, fucking Twitter, Venmo, the guy who created Venmo sold it for billions of dollars, right? How do you think they built Amazon? How do you think they built those companies, bro? Do you think they just flew by the seat of their pants and built up massive companies? No, they had systems and processes in place that they followed every day, day in and day out, to build this massive company. Trading is no different, bro. Trading is absolutely no different. You are going to have systems. You need to have systems. You need to have processes, because when you follow those day in and day out, you know exactly this. You have a structure. You know exactly what you need to follow every single day. And when you follow it and you know it works, all you got to do is follow it. If it's proven, you know it works, all you got to do is follow it. And you build a massive account that way. Just like how they built massive companies, you build massive accounts that way. And then what happens? Then you scale up because you've built a larger account. Now you're trading a larger size, and now you change your life. Think about it, chat. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Some people make trading a lot harder than it is, when all you need is a simple set of guidelines, systems, and protocols that you follow day in and day out. Every single day. It's boring as fuck, chat. It is so boring, but it's profitable. You think you need 10 trades a day? You need one. Life itself is a big gamble. Nothing is promised in life. 100% guaranteed. Guarantee that. 100% need to hear that. Nice, Rob. Appreciate you. Anyways, chat. Whew. Got me on a fucking rant. Y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill, baby. All right, what's the market doing? Chat, we have an hour until Edgeful comes in. We have an hour. We're still kind of just consolidating up here. Chat, volume's kind of, it's kind of iffy right now. It's kind of iffy, bro. JM rants are fire. Listen, when you get me on one, there is no going back, baby. There is no going back. Golly. Holy moly, chat. All right. I mean, yeah, we're still seeing a little bit of selling pressure coming in, chat. There's just some resistance up here. Only thing I don't like though is volume. Volume just kind of meh. Of course, we are still kind of during the lunch hour right now. Nothing much really popping. We are during the lunch hour, so we could see volume step up later in the afternoon. Chat, let's get a P&L check. Drop it in the comments. What are we? Green, red, purple, blue, yellow? What are we? Let's see a P&L check in the comments, chat. What are we up? What are we down? And then here's what I want you to do also, chat. Because I do this every day, right? I think about this every day. When you drop your P&Ls, drop what you did right and what you did wrong. Let's see who got it, bro. Let's see who man enough or woman enough to put in the comment section what they did right and what they did wrong, along with that P&L drop in. JM, what do you do if you're looking for an account to? What would you do if you're looking for an account to do setups? It's kind of why I had an Apex account. Would you do TPT or Tradefy or Funding Ticks? Tradefy. Tradefy all day. And chat, I don't listen. I know some people are gonna be like, you're saying Tradefy because you're partnered with them. Yeah, I'm partnered with Tradefy. But I was recommending Tradefy before I was like a partner like this, right? Before I was partnered, I was recommending Tradefy because I see the vision, I see what they're doing, I see the direction they're going, I see what the owner did to build Tradefy. Like I see all of it, right? And so they are doing some incredible stuff. So I recommend Tradefy all day as a safe place to trade. They've never denied a payout. They've never denied a payout. Which one? I would say if you feel good about your strategy, if you feel good about your trading, you could go straight to funded. But if you're wanting to really build, build a strategy or test your strategies, just go evals. But do the growth. The growth accounts are the best. When all-time highs, I mean, we are just at all-time highs. Do they have a buffer? Yes. Tradefy has lower payout sim cap than FT. To be honest, though, who cares, right? And when you have an opportunity to 10x your money, who cares, right? When you could spend, what is it, $400 for a straight to funded account and make 2,500 off of it. That's what is that ROI? Like a 5.5x or something. It's a 5.5x ROI, bro. People need to start thinking in ROIs. Like I can spend X amount and make X amount. They all provide opportunities. All of them. Green. Redneck, holy 16,000 across 20 accounts. You absolutely love to see it. Need a holy moly trade. You are 100% absolutely correct on that, bro. 100%. Holy moly trade. Bang, bang. We need it. We'll see if we get it, chat. Hold on, let's throw initial balance real quick. We'll see if we get. Look at all these initial balance failures, bro. We've just been rejecting initial balance. What do you mean? Who cares? I do care. I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I mean, I guess it could have been taken that way. I'm not saying you shouldn't care. Do what you want. I mean, who care? Truthfully, I don't care who has what payout caps. I care about how much money I can make off the amount of money I spend as a business person. That's the only thing I care about. So if lower payout caps bother you, then don't go there. Okay, thanks. I think I'm done with the evals for now. Hey, listen, if you're feeling good about your trading, bro, just go straight to funded. Why not? If you're feeling good, go straight to funded. Need to milk them more? Milk them. Do whatever you can. Pull out as much money as you fucking can. And then go put it into a personal account and trade a personal. People think they need to make careers out of trading prop firms. I mean, prop firms are great for making a shit ton of money. You can make life-changing money. They are changing people's lives. But at the end of the day, you need to fund a personal account. Jose says, give me an account, bro. You earned that account, Jose. You better earn it. You better earn it because we're doing a giveaway. Duck races, chat. 150K straight to fund an account giveaway for Tradefy later on. You got to earn it. You got to make sure because we're gonna be doing the duck races, chat. So if your duck ain't conditioned, you ain't trained, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It says respectfully with the utmost respect. Respectfully, Jose, you better get your duck in fucking line, bro, and you better win the giveaway. That's all I got to tell you. Respectfully, of course. Holy. He's on beat. He's my duck's gonna win. Listen, I hope so. Oh man, I hope so. I'm rooting for you. I am rooting for you. Chat, look at this sell off. Look at the selling. Lots and lots of selling. Told my duck to nap so he can get ready. Holy. Duck. Oh, JT says Duck is in the pool doing laps now. Don't wear him out too early. Don't wear him out too early because he's going to have a long race ahead of him. An absolute long one. When's the duck race? It's going to be when so after Edgeful comes on, talks Edgeful, we're going to have Edgeful come on and talk about their platform and walk through some new things they're implementing. And then after that, we're going to do the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway after that, chat. So you want to make sure you are here, baby. Holy. Chat, any of you guys use Edgeful? Talk to me. Have any of you guys used it? This is Edgeful, by the way. Hold on. Any of you guys use it? They're going to be coming on and talking about their platform, bro. Mr. Bond says, never heard of it. They're going to be coming on and talking about the platform and going over some new features. Chat, this is Edgeful. Listen, Everything you see here is found in Edgeful. You can choose what asset you choose. You trade stocks, forex, crypto, futures. Obviously, I trade futures. My instrument of choice is NQ or MNQ. We just keep it on that. But you can choose from a list of instruments that you trade. You can choose report type, price action, all reports, volume, indicators, scalper, day trader, swing trader. I like to go by price action. Now, under price action, you can choose the report you want, whether you want engulfing candles, fair value gaps, inside bars, gap fills, initial balance, opening candle, opening stats, opening range breakout, outside days, power hour breakout, power hour continuation, CPI, FOMC, green days, red days by weekday, green and red streaks, NFP performance, performance by weekday, seasonality, average consecutive bars. I could go on and on and on and on and on, chat. On and on. They have absolutely everything. And choose which session you want to look at. You can do a sub report. If you don't want to do price action, you can do volume, right? Volume and range by weekday, right? Economic data volume, market open volume indicator. I mean, there is so much here, chat. There is so much here. So if you have not seen this platform, this is called Confluence. Okay. This is what Confluence looks like. When you use this kind of platform, you are backing your trades with statistics. All right. You're backing your trades with actual stats. All right. If you trade initial balance, let's go to price action. And then let's go to initial balance breakout. We could look at it here. Initial balance breakout for, let's see, the New York session data range that we want to do. If we want 6 months of data, we can do 6 months of data. We want a year, we could do a year. Let's do just year to date, right? So this year, look, initial balance breakout. Obviously, it's the first hour, right? 74% of the time, you get a single break. 21%, you get a double break. And 3.8%, you get no break. So if you use initial balance, you know that 74% of the time, you guys can expect a single break of the initial balance. Bro, it is so good, right? If you don't even want to look at this, let's just go to Orb. I know a lot of you guys trade Orb, right? Lots of you guys trade Orb. This is the 15-minute. We know that 27% of the time, you get a breakout, right? Double breaks, 47% of the time is double breaks. Breakdowns, 25% of the time. So a breakout on the upside, 27%, breakdown, 25%, double break, 47%. This is data backs from year to date, bro. And you can go even further back if you want. You can go 2 years. Looking at 2 years, look at the stats. You know what I mean? There is so much here, bro. So they're going to be coming on, and then we're going to do a giveaway, chat. So again, just you want to make sure you're here. Make sure you're here. In about 50 minutes. Dan, that looks really nice. Actually, does it have more detailed data than Tradezella or I'm tripping? Oh my god, yeah, way more data than Tradezella. A shit ton more. I mean, an absolute, just 100%. Anything you could think of, Edgeful has for any like statistic that you want to trade. My FX, what up? How you doing? How you doing? Tradezella is more just it's just a trade journal. Like Tradezella is a trading journal. All right, this is Tradezella. It's just a trading journal. Like it can have all my stats for my trades, logs on my trades. I can create playbooks. Right. We have playbooks. So I have a playbook for an inverse FPJ and a playbook for initial balance failed auction. Right. I just actually created those playbooks. I'm logging those trades inside of Tradezilla as I take them. But yeah, I mean, it just has absolutely everything for trading journal wise. Edgeful is more on the statistic side of things. Like if you want to look at what are the chances that XYZ happens for this certain amount, for this certain price, or whatever, right? So, I mean, it's just adding more confluence to your strategy backed by statistics. Marika, I've been needing this kind of back testing tool. Tradezella is good. Do I sell courses? No, I do not have a course. I don't have a course. Don't have a mentorship. I've done it in the past, but I've decided not to do it. Have no course. I really don't have anything to sell you guys. I don't sell anything. If you think about it, I really legit, I trade live for free and I don't have anything to sell you. So you could say that I don't really have an agenda like most people. I legit, I don't sell anything. This is the course you sell it yearly. Yep. That is 100% accurate. That's how you know you're legit. I mean, I try. Yeah, I mean, I try to. I'm a firm believer in transparency, integrity, and I have a lot of core values that I follow for my trading and how I am online, right? And so, again, I'm not trying to sell you guys anything, bro. The old no agenda. I really don't know what you mean. Straight to fun is the best. Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah. It is absolutely the best. If you have a trading strategy that best fits you and you can go straight to funded knowing exactly what you're looking for, what you're doing, then yeah, straight to funded is 100% the best. We are the product. I mean, chat, if you think about it, bro, let me like really break it down for you. All right, let me break it down for you. Here's what you get when you're on my streams. I don't push a course or a mentorship on you. All right. I don't have any of it. I don't sell any of it. I've done it in the past. Okay. But I don't do it anymore. I don't have a course or a mentorship. I trade a real live personal account, real live money, my own money that I funded myself. Right. So y'all are getting like the real raw side of trading, bro. Like prop firms, I love prop firms. I trade prop firms, trade with Tradify. But you're seeing me trade a live funded account, a personal account that I funded myself. So what you're getting here, you're not getting really anywhere else because everywhere else they all have something to sell you. They have courses, they have mentorships, right? All while they're trading prop firms too. And chat, hear me out on this for a second because I saw a video by somebody. I'm not going to mention the name, but I saw a video of somebody talking about how they have, how a track record for a trader doesn't matter, and that you as viewers should shouldn't have to worry about a trader's track record if you're going to buy a course or a mentorship from. They legit said that, and it was the hottest take of 20 of the fucking year. Like I've never, and this is by a big time influencer, chat, big time influencer. I'm like, really? Y'all don't think track record matters? Like, chat, listen to me for a second. Hear me out. Do y'all want to buy a course or a mentorship from somebody that hasn't found success themselves? If they have not found success themselves, do you want to buy a mentorship from them? Or would you rather buy from somebody, buy a mentorship from somebody that has found success for themselves and built something for themselves? Right? Somebody who has taken an account from X to Z, personal account over, say, a year, right? Over a year, chat. Let's put a time frame on it. Over a year, Said trader has taken this account from this amount to this amount in the course of a year, build a track record, right? Would you rather buy from him or buy from somebody who only trades prop firms, has never built a personal account themselves, and has only found success off copy trading thousands of accounts on prop firms? Think about it. Who would you rather buy from? If it were me, I would want to learn from somebody who built a personal account and has a track record building that one account over the course of a year, because I know they put up their own money. They had to really learn themselves and build success for themselves. Listen, that's who I'd rather buy from. I see a lot of nevers. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So that's the reason, like, chat, I'm building a personal account right now. Like, I'm in a personal account. So to tie all this back and bring it all back full circle, that's why I trade a personal account, is because, again, I want to show you guys, one, real trading, but two, you guys can understand that you're watching somebody who does trade a personal and is building a track record inside a personal account. It's just to bring more real and raw trading and transparency back into the markets, because things have gotten out of hand, bro. Listen, things have gotten out of hand. The trading industry has changed. It is not what it used to be. All right. It's changed a lot. So it's just to bring a little bit of back that rawness back into the market, right? Back into trading, to where you guys see somebody trading a real funded account that they funded themselves. Anyways, have you tried funding ticks? It ain't a bad firm and cheap. I've heard they're pretty good. I don't have anything against them. I've never tried them though. Never tried them. Obviously, I'm joking. Everyone is selling something, even if it's wholesome, honestly, which is a great thing. I mean, yeah, I don't. I've been the person who's watched somebody and felt like I was having just things sold to me constantly, right? And I really hated that. So I don't want to be that, right? I don't want to be the person who's trying to constantly sell you something. Chad, the only thing that makes me money outside of trading is my affiliate partnership. That's it. Like that's it. I make most of my money from trading. That's all I do. I don't even like chat. A lot of people think I make a shit ton of money from affiliate. I don't. I don't make, in comparison to what I do trading wise, I don't make that much. I mean, it's a good amount. Don't get me wrong, but when you compare it to trading, like, trading is my bread and butter. Like, this is what I do. This is what I make money with. This is my like funds of my life. I learned from a guy that has no social or online presence past 10 years track record. I nagged him for a year until he said yes. Nice. Love that. Love that. And also, too, chat, like, I've said this on my morning stream, which I won't go into too much detail on this, but like, like, being a day trader and influencer, like, it's not the end game, bro. It's not the end game. Like, I'm gonna be building other things that's trading, but not just being a day trader. You know what I mean? Just being a regular old day trader here, it's not the end game, bro. We got stuff coming. Mario, yeah, that's dope, dude. 10 years track record. That's a good amount of time. I mean, it sounds like a good person to learn from. Sounds like a good person to learn from. It's why I deleted all social media. Too much crap. There is a ton of crap online, bro. Twitter is especially on Twitter. Twitter is like the most toxic space there is. All right. It is the most toxic space there is in the trade for a trader. And don't get me wrong, there's times where I'll play into it sometimes. Like it's marketing chat. You know what I mean? Toxicity on Twitter is marketing. It really is for people who trade, live and have audiences and things like that. Like it is 100% marketing. It's what it is. That's why people do it. That's why people get toxic on Twitter. There really is nothing personal, right? It's all just how can I create attention? That's what it is. Attention is monetary, and that's why people do it. That's why you see all the drama on Twitter is because it's gaining attention. You stop looking at socials. Probably smart. Probably great for your mental health. Your mental health is probably way better than most people. So much trading drama. Yeah, it is, man. It is. It's everywhere. It really is everywhere. All right, chat for the market. We did come back down and test our little sports zone here. Well, we've seen buyers come through multiple times. A lot of failures on IB up here. Just kind of crazy. We've had 3 failures up here. Well, technical failures, we've had 5, but real attempts to break out about 3, and we've constantly sold off from them. So it's just like for me, it's a wonder of like how many times are we going to reject this until we really just go full poverty? You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. How many times are we going to reject this until we go straight into a recession? Where the market just says, "Okay, I tried my best. We've gone as high as we can, and we just absolutely tank." Do you think about chat? I mean, the market is so fucking overvalued right now. It is wild. The correction, like obviously, there's gonna be a correction at some point, right? At some point, there's gonna be a correction. And I feel like the correction is gonna be absolutely massive. I really do. I think it's gonna absolutely fall off a cliff because we are in such a big ass fucking bubble right now. It's it's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like AI is as much as AI is going to be doing a lot of stuff for the economy and jobs and everything, right? I feel like there's going to be an AI bubble, kind of like we had the .com bubble, right? The real estate bubble, all the bubbles. AI is eventually going to be a bubble. It is. Eventually, it will be. Maybe not now, maybe not a year from now, maybe not a few years from now. Eventually, it's going to be a bubble, and it's going to go straight down. But that could be a long time from now. But if you think about all the bubbles that we've had, like the .com bubble, I feel like AI is going to be one of them eventually. Correction is due, even if a big jump follows 100%. Like I feel like we're going to get some sort of pullback, some sort of one. And best believe when we do get corrections, we emptying the bank account, baby. Holy, we are absolutely emptying the bank account. It is going all into the markets. I might even sell my house, live on the street, chat. Sell the house, sell the truck, sell the boat, sell everything, bro, and just go live on the street. What's crazy, chat, is I said that about Bitcoin when it was at like 12,000. I said I just need to sell everything. Sell everything, put it all in Bitcoin, go live on the street for a few years. Should have done it. That'd have been all right. You hope when it happens, you're on the correct side of the trade. Yes, same. I think you just started JM. Hopefully I did, bro. Am I a market maker? Maybe I did. Crazy Trump tweet will dump it all. He could. If he wanted to, chat. If he woke up in a bad mood and just said, fuck it, I'm tanking the market, he could do it. But for his presidency, he don't want that. He ain't gonna do it. Jerome Powell, on the other hand, he don't give a fuck. If he want to take the market, tank the market, he gonna tank it. Don't it normally tank in September? Yes. September is like historically, chat. September is generally red. Like it's usually bloody. Like just blood everywhere, bro. Markets are red. Generally. But for this September, we've been just pushing fucking all-time highs. Luna. What up, Luna? Missed that failed auction. It was clean too. Yes. We've had a few of them. We've had a few of them for sure. Still time. There is still time. I mean, we got like what, 2 weeks? No, just over. Yeah, about 2 weeks. We have about 2 weeks left of trading in September, chat. It could still get bloody, okay? It could still get bloody. September's known to be red. We still have plenty of time, baby. Still have plenty of time. Chat, just as a reminder, hold on. It's 1 o'clock here in 30 minutes, chat. You're gonna want to be here because we got a couple things popping off in 30 minutes. We have Edgeful coming on, Andre, the CEO of Edgeful, coming on to chat all things Edgeful, go over statistics, talk about some cool shit that they're doing with Edgeful. You're gonna want to be here. And then we're doing 150K straight to funded giveaway. Just gonna keep reminding you guys, bro, just so you know why you're here. 150K straight to funded giveaway this afternoon. So you're going to want to be here for it. I'm not going to say when we're going to do it because it's going to be at random. It's going to be at random. So if you want to have a chance to win 150K straight to funded, you better be here, baby. Holy. And we're going to do a 50K growth account. So we're doing 2 accounts. We're doing 150K straight to funded and we're doing a 50K. What about wife and kids? Can we sell them too? I suppose. I maybe want to. Watch him be driving when you do it. Holy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Logan says, can we just break the fucking 20s already? Can we break the 20s? Let's take a little peek. 20 is right above VWAP. We've seen some buyers here. I think we can, bro. I think you're going to get it. You could see like something a little bit of a pullback and then a little dumpski. Or it could just, do this here. But I think we at least get a VWAP test. I think it'd be all right. But we just got to be careful because we know that we've had a shit ton of buyers here. See here. Strong buying has come from these zones. So you're in a level of demand, but if the market is truly weak, then we'll see those 20s. Tank's classes are really good, by the way, on Discord. Many would charge for it. Dude, yeah, Tank is a fucking monster, bro. Dude, Tank's a beast. He really is. Very insightful. I haven't had a chance to really like sit through one of his, but I know just from like hearing him talk, dude's got some crazy insight. Who's Tank? He's the one of the trading like coaches at Tradeify. They hold like master classes inside of TradeFi's Discord. Also, too, Logan, gotta be careful with the time because we're still kind of in that lunch hour volatility. So there's not much volume induced in the market right now. It's gotta be a little extra patient. Don't really check prop firm discords too much BS. It can be, yeah, especially fucking Top Steps. I feel like Top Steps Discord has so much BS in it. Didn't mention names. I'll mention names. I don't give a shit. I'll mention names. Trades by Judas says to the max. Yeah. Yeah. TradeFi not so much. Yeah, TradeFi's Discord is pretty good. It stays pretty clean for the most part. You really believe Top Step is trash now? Yeah, it's they're not the best. Also, too, like I'm gonna talk about this for a second too, because we still got 25 minutes until Edgeful hops on the stream. So let me just talk about something real quick. A lot of people complain about the daily loss limit with Tradeify, right? However, if you think about it, let's just use a 100K account as an example, right? Obviously, Top Step doesn't have a daily loss limit. The 100K max loss, what is it for? Is it 3,000, chat? Am I, hold on. I have it right here. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah. So the 150, the 100K max loss for a Top Step 100K account is $3,000. All right. Tradeify's daily loss limit is $2,500, meaning there's a $500 difference between Tradeify's daily loss and Top Step's max loss. If you come within 20 or within $500 of blowing your account, chances are you're going to blow the account, right? The difference is with Tradeify, that 2,500 daily loss limit on the 100K is you still have, was it another 1,500 in drawdown to play with versus 500 on Top Step, right? And so people look at Top Step and not having a daily loss limit as like, do you guys really look at the numbers and truly understand what you're getting? Because even with the 50Ks, right? The 50K Top Step's max loss is 2,000. Tradeify's daily loss is 1,250, right? It's $750 difference. If you come within that, chat, you're probably going to blow it anyways. At least with Tradeify, you have a daily loss limit that's stopping you from blowing the account and giving you $1,500 worth or more or whatever worth of extra drawdown to trade with. It's like I feel like people they don't really comprehend the numbers, right? They don't look at numbers. They think all they're really seeing is, oh, they don't have a daily loss limit, but this company does. But when you look at the numbers, it's all really the fucking same because Top Step's max loss is far less than what Tradeify's is. So if you're on a 100K account and you hit a daily loss limit on Tradeify, that would mean that you are $500 away from blowing the account at Top Step. Hey, people don't really think, bro. It's like people don't think, dude. They really don't. Like, look at the numbers, man. Look at the numbers. Like, chat, I'll show you right here. I did all the numbers for you guys. I even posted it on Twitter. I did all the numbers for you right here, chat. Look, Top Step's max loss on the 50K is 2,000. Trade fly day loss is 1,250. There's a $750 difference. You come within $750, you're blowing the account. I mean, that just is what it is. A 100K account, $3,000 max loss, $2,500 daily loss. That's a $500 difference. If you hit the daily loss limit on TradeFi, that means you only have $500 left on the Top Step account before you blow it. But here you have 1,500 extra in drawdown to trade with after the daily loss. I mean, it's kind of crazy if you think about it. Kind of crazy. Make 8,500 to pass the 100K. What do you mean 8,500? Before you hit DLL on Tradeify and have 1K left and have to make, I guess I don't really understand what you're saying. There's no consistency on eval, so you could pass evals in one day if you wanted to. Saved your ass once, yeah, 100%. I mean, people look down on fucking daily loss limits. I'm like, to be honest, they might be saving you money. They're probably saving you money because chances are, if you're hitting the daily loss limit, you're already in DJ mode and you're full tilting and ready just to blow the account, anyways. Oh, Nasdaq. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I mean, it's the same with Top Step. If you go negative to start off the accounts, you still have to make, like, on the 100K, right? Say you on the 100K they have a max loss of 3,000. Say you drop down to $2,000 minus 2,000, you still got to make, what was that, 6,000? What is it? 8,000 to pass the account. I mean, it's the same with Top Step. That's the same with any prop firm. If you go and draw down on the evals, you still have to make extra to pass it. That's the same with any firm. People blowing up left and right. Yeah, to be honest, dude, the daily loss limits probably save people money. They really do. They really do. Because why blow the account, right? Why risk blowing the account when you could, especially with TradeFi, when the daily loss limit stops you and you have an extra $1,500 in drawdown left instead of 500. Chat, it is getting to be that time. It's getting close. We have about 19 minutes until Andre from Edgeful comes in and starts popping off on some Edgeful content, showing you guys what they're doing, some new features they're adding. If you have not checked out Edgeful, Edgeful is a fucking dope ass platform. Listen, Edgeful's coming on here pretty soon to go over their platform, bro. You're not gonna miss it. And then we're also gonna be doing the 150K account giveaway. I'm not gonna say when, so you gotta be here. But we're gonna do 150K straight to funded, bro. Straight to funded. Imagine risking your entire account. If it was like your own money, you'd be homeless, bro. You'd be absolutely fucking homeless. You would go absolutely homeless. Chat, in my personal account, like, I have parameters that I follow. Even in my personal account, like, I funded my account with $25,000. I don't risk like more than 2% of my account. Now I'm a little at like at 30,000 or something dollars. I have to check, but I don't risk more than 2% of my account. Like it's my own fucking money. Like I'm not gonna risk 10% of my account in one day, bro. It's crazy. Like I have a 2% risk each day, and I'm done. 3 to 5 should be max. Yes. 2% of 2,000 is 40. Yeah, if you're trading prop firms like a personal account, then obviously you're gonna be it's gonna be a little bit tight, right? But just to like for a real life perspective and like real trading and real life account that you funded, like 2% chat, that's where you want to be. You don't want to be like, to be honest, you don't even want to be at 5%. Like I think 3% max, to be honest. 3% max on personal accounts. That's not promising money. Yeah, 100% Luna. 100%. It is over leveraged. Very, very over leveraged. You have to be in prop firms. You can't unless you're trading very conservatively and tightly, like you kind of have to be. A little you have to be a little over leveraged to make it with prop firms. But also too, that again, that's how they make money. Prop account is 200 to 300. That's my risk for the account. Who cares if you blow a few and make 10? I mean, yeah, true. If you can have a positive ROI on your prop firm accounts and you blow a few, sure. Why not? But when you do fund that personal, you want to make sure that you're keeping that risk tight. Like 2% is really it for me. Your personal is 1%. I mean, yeah, 100%. Like that's a great risk. I don't even really risk 2%. Like I say my risk is 2%, but I haven't hit 2%. I think most I think maybe is like maybe 1 point, maybe just a little over 1%, like 1 point something. That's why bigger capital matters, chat. That's where you make your money is when you have bigger capital because you can risk more, right? People think that you make the most money, you make more money in the amount of trades you take, and that's completely wrong. You make more money with taking the same 1 to 2 trades on larger capital because of the risk percentage, right? How much I can trade off because now my accounts are like 30,000. So how much I can trade off a 2% risk on a $30,000 account is far less than how much I can trade on a 100K account at 2% risk. I can size up at 2% on 100K at 2% risk, and I can make more money because I can size up. So it's not in the amount of trades, it's in the amount of capital that you have to risk. Are you doing minis or micros in the personal? Mainly micros. If I get like a just an insanely good setup, and I mean it's like we're getting really good PA. My setup is just phenomenal. I might throw on a mini. I might. But for the most part, my risk is strictly micros. P&L for the day. I'll show you. This is my personal account, chat. This is my personal account this month. Been a slow month, but this is where we're sitting. Even though you can have a positive ROI on prop firm accounts, it's not good for your long-term trading habits. End goal is to fund your own personal live. Yes, 100%. 100%. 100%. Chat, we have 10 minutes until Edgeful comes in. If you haven't hit the like button, chat, what are you even doing? Make sure to hit that like button. Go ahead and hit the like button for your boy. It is absolutely free way to support the channel. We've covered a ton. I feel like we've dropped some extreme value bombs in here. It has been an absolute banger freaking stream. Holy. Make sure you're hitting that like button. We have Edgeful coming on. We have a 150K account straight to 150K straight to funded account giveaway. Fucking talk. 150K straight to funded account giveaway. There we go. Along with Edgeful coming on. So be sure to hit that like button. And then if you are not subscribed, bro, we do this absolutely daily, dog. Daily. We do this daily. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's nice, Mario. There you go. 1% is 1K risk when you get 50. Yep, 100%. Love that. Redneck says, we've bonded enough. I'm expecting the Thanksgiving dinner invite. Holy. I'm going to invite my entire chat to Thanksgiving. I don't know what my family going to think, but the entire chat, you're all invited, bro. And trust me, we have some banger food, bro. Banger food. I mean, it is real, like, old person Southern Thanksgiving food. Listen, it is absolutely fire. So, I mean, hey, y'all have a good time. Wouldn't giveaway. I'm not going to say. You just got to be here. But it will be. It will be this afternoon at some point. Not going to say when. Don't tempt me, says Mario. Holy. Hey, come on through, man. You know what I mean? Just come on through. Ciao. I'll send out all the invites. Logan, you might get your 20s break. If you're still here, bro, you might get your 20s break. This was one of the scenarios where we do see a little bit of a pullback before we do it. So you might get it here. Might not. I don't know. Could see some buyers. Again, we're kind of in this really weird demand zone here in these 30s. So we've seen buyers here multiple times already. Got out of that, but I'm back in it again. What's your entry? What's the entry, Logan? Talk to me. Crazy because it's the only 3 red days. Yeah. We've done well. We've done well in the personal. 47.50. Okay, so you up about 10 points. You up about 10 points. Chat. Somebody go throw on who's got the $1 million account, bro. Who can go throw on the 30 minis, dog? Who's gonna go throw on the 30 minis in live market and drop the market for Logan here? Somebody go do it. Who's got the milli? Hang on, chat. Let me post in Discord here. We got Edgeful coming on. Send out the notification. Post it on Twitter real quick. Let me share this link. Copy. Bang, bang. All right. Redneck says he's checking the sofa. Holy, maybe he has the millie under the sofa again. Maybe the $1 million is under the sofa, Logan. He's gonna go put it all in the market for you. Help you get those. Help you get those 20s. Holy. Trader 007's in the building. What's up, dude? How you doing? How you doing, bro? Chad, I got this new mic arm. Look at this. I can go all the way over here. I can go everywhere. I can go everywhere with this mic, bro. Holy. Just Mark sold 100 for Logan. Uh-oh. Jose just sold 100 for you, bro. You might get it. You might get those 20s. He says the 28s have been the Great Wall of China. Well, you know what we do with walls, baby. We bust through them. We don't let nothing stop us, baby. Push through. Referred by the Stoic Troglodyte. I don't know how to say that. Oh, chat, my camera died. Holy. Oh, I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second. My camera's gonna go dark for a second, chat. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Who Stoic trade? Huh. Well, tell him thank you for the referral or for referring you. Camera said nope. It really did. It really did. I don't know why my camera's being all maybe because I've had it on all day. Actually, chat. I think that's why I had my camera on all day. I forgot to turn it off, so I think it overheated a little bit. It's all right. I'll turn it back on. FF says peekaboo. Oh, peekaboo to you back. Oh, Lee. Chat, we got Edgeful coming on here shortly. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Edgeful's coming in to talk everything Edgeful. You're going to want to be here. It's going to be an absolute banger. Absolute banger. All right, let's turn the camera back on. Chat, don't let my camera overheat again. I'm going to blame you guys next time. I'm going to blame you guys next time, bro. Don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again, chat. We're still hoping Logan gets this push to the 20s. He might grow old and fucking go bald or something before it happens. He'll join me on the bald squad. But eventually maybe he gets those 20 breaks. He said Jose said GG Logan. Holy. Never. My hair good and thick. That's what I said back in high school. My hair was nice and thick. I had the thickest of thick hair. That's what I said. And now look. You never really know. You never really know. You trade for long enough, you might. Silver Fox for Logan. Or Silver Fox Logan. Yep. Yep. Meanwhile, he's still battling these 40s here. Trying to get those 20s. I'm rooting for you, bro. I really hope you get it. All right, chat. We got just a few minutes. Let me make sure that he doesn't have any difficulties. Make sure I don't have any emails. So far, we should be good. Edgeful is coming on here in just a few minutes, chat. Just a few minutes. Chat, anybody currently in a trade right now? I know Logan is. Anybody else currently in a trade? Let's see it. What's the trade? What's the trade scenario like, chat? What are we looking at? FF says no. Jose says no trades here. Sun Park is short. Jose says pretty much done for the day. That is not a bad thing. Redneck says spectating. Listen, there ain't nothing wrong with being a spectator. No trade is a trade. No position is a position. And sometimes it is the absolute, in fact, I would say majority of the time, it is the best position to be in. The absolute best. If I'm in a trade now, you're allowed to slap me. Mario, don't. I'll come through the screen, bro. I'll come through the screen. Sophia says, usually at work, no idea what goes on in the afternoon. So I'm just a spectator. Hey, listen, that's okay. That is okay. All right, chat. We should have Andre joining us here pretty soon. Andre should be joining pretty soon to go over Edgeful. Any plans for the weekend? Going fishing. I will be on the lake fishing, chat. Anybody fish here? Raise your hand. Give me some hands. Anybody else fish? I have chat. I really am gonna start a fishing YouTube channel. I think I'm going to. I'm trying to get a little better first. I'm trying to get a little better at fishing, chat, and then I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. Look, but listen, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's gonna be weird having another YouTube channel that's like not trading related. It's like something completely different. Used to walleye fish when I lived in Wisconsin. Nice. Walleye is really good. I'll try catching. FF, shut it. I need to call you something other than FF. FF just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna call you F. I'm just gonna say F from now on. UPW and Jesse, what's with the fishing traders? I don't know. Maybe we all just a bunch of fishing people. I don't know. K is good. All right, cool. I'm gonna call you K then. I'm gonna call you K then. Holy. You did see a picture you posted, but no, I don't Photoshop nothing, bro. What you talking about? I don't Photoshop nothing. Chat, I can catch some fish, bro. Last time I went out, I caught 8. Okay, I caught 8 bass. Leave me alone. I am going to be the professional fisherman, chat. Listen, the best fishing day trader on YouTube. It's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. We're going to start a whole new brand called Fish and Ticks. No Photoshop unless it's hair on the head. Chat, leave me alone. Like, ball is beautiful. Leave me alone. I might partner with Road Gain after this stream. I don't know. We'll see though. All right, chat. Hold on. We got Andre coming in from Edgeful. Andre, just give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready, bro. I can see you in the background. Just give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready. All right, cool. bringing in Andre. Chat, tune in, lock in, bro. Because we got
What's
on.
up?
What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. My chat's over here roasting me, and I'm not gonna tolerate it.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't.
No.
But fish and ticks is hilarious.
It is. I think it's a solid brand name, you know?
Yeah. Oh, of course. It's great.
I think we can make something happen with that. Andre, dude, go ahead and just tell everybody who you are, man. You can honestly also, if you want to share your screen, you can pull everything up and I'll add it here and we can just get rocking, bro.
Sounds good. So just so everyone knows, I have one screen over here. I have my monitor over here. My camera's in my monitor. So if I look to the left and over here, that's why. That's why I'm going to be looking primarily over here because I have Joey on this screen here. But my name is Andre. I'm the CEO of Edgeful. Just a little bit about my background. I used to work at Goldman Sachs. I used to work at a hedge fund and just founded Edgeful and I'll go into the story a little bit more in just a second, but like I needed something like this. I could no longer trade with like my emotions, trying to figure out like where price is going to go, just like listening to like arbitrary numbers that people spit out online. I was like, I need to know what is the actual data, and that was really the idea behind this company, which we'll obviously go through like what it is a little bit more of. But yeah, that's a little quick intro.
Perfect. Chat, have some questions ready, bro, because he's gonna be going over some cool stuff. If you guys haven't seen Edgeful, it is a super dope platform. I'm gonna add it to the screen here so you guys can see. It is a super dope platform. I use it daily. It's a platform really like you can it's just more confluence to your strategy because it's all backed by statistics. So I'm gonna let Andre take over. Andre, go ahead, do your thing, bro.
Perfect. All right. So I'm going to be flipping back and forth between TradingView and Edgeful. I'm just going to show you guys some examples of different reports. So first, obviously, I'll go over like what Edgeful actually does. But what I want to show you guys, what I want you guys to leave with is really like a routine, a setup that you can look for after this stream. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I want to go to this home page. And before I go into like the actual reports themselves, I want to explain to you guys, like, if you've ever had a question of like what's the most common time for a high of day? How often does the gap fill? How often does price break both sides of the opening range breakout, like the orb? What is the actual performance around FOMC? Edgeful has the reports for you. So we have over 100 reports, whether you trade stocks, options, crypto, Forex, or futures. We have reports for you. We also have live data that will tell you, like, give you live bias every single day. So we have the historical side. We have the live side. We just released fully automated algos. And then in Q4, which I'm dying to get out, is Edgeful AI, which we'll maybe touch on at the end of this call, at the end of this stream. But for anyone who wants to try it out, it is absolutely mandatory that you guys go through this homepage. First, there's 5 sections on here. The first one is how you can take a fully data-backed trade using Edgeful. We call it the ultimate bullish setup. It's specifically on NQ. It's how you can combine 4 reports to take a fully data-backed trade from the bias to the entry to the target to the stop loss, all using the Edgeful reports. So you don't need to go through this whole course to figure out like, okay, how am I actually going to use this every day? That makes sense so far? I know I said a lot. I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions throughout. Obviously, you'll have some more information, some more context on what Edgeful actually is. But guys, please don't be shy to ask any questions. I'm here. If you guys are confused about anything, it's fine. I'm here to answer any questions, trying to give you guys some value to trade with some data.
Don't be quiet, bro. Ask all the questions. Y'all are allowed roasting me, so keep that same energy. Have some questions ready, bro, because this is incredible stuff here.
Perfect. All right. So then chapter 2, also super important. This is going to go through how each of the features work. So there's a lot in here. We're actually working right now actively on redoing the user experience because we've added so much so quickly. We kind of have to like take a step back, reset, and make it easier for you guys to find what's important for you. But this page is going to give you 95% of everything you need to know in terms of the navigation. So absolutely critical that you guys look at this. The one last thing that I'll say about this page, section 4, we have 35 TradingView indicators that are part of the Edgeful plan. This video tells you how to get access to them and also tells you like a brief overview of the most popular ones. I'm going to be using a lot of them today, which you can see on my charts right now. These blue boxes, this is the New York session. This is super important. You'll see I can even turn on the London session. All of our London and Asia, you're going to see pop up. But all of our indicators are customizable. So you guys want to change your start and end time of the London session. Maybe you don't want the overlap. You can go and very easily do that. Everything is customizable, literally like from A to Z. Okay, so enough with the boring intro welcome stuff. I want to go to some of the reports. I'm going to focus on NQ. Is this big enough, by the way, you think?
Yeah, it looks good.
Perfect. All right. So I'm going to focus on NQ because I'm assuming 99% of you guys are trading NQ. The NQ, the MNQ, same thing. You can actually pick MNQ if you want, but NQ, MNQ, same concept. Now, to briefly go through this report page, this is the core of Edgeful. If you've ever seen a screenshot of Edgeful on Twitter or anywhere else, you've probably seen something like this. This is the report page. So on here, we have some live data at the top. We have the actual historical data right here. We have some streaks, so the last 5 days. We have a breakdown of every single day that makes up the results right here. And then most importantly, we have a video. This video, they're at most 10 minutes. Play them on 2x speed, play it on 3x speed. I don't really care, but it is extremely important that you guys actually watch these because they tell you exactly what the report does, how to use it with chart examples. So please, guys, don't make assumptions on what's actually like what these reports are measuring. Just take 3 minutes, watch it, and it will pay dividends when you're actually trading. Now, this left sidebar is your steering wheel for the entire site. So you want to go to crypto, you're trading Bitcoin, you're doing whatever else you want to look at NVIDIA, you're going to click right over here, and that's how you're going to go through and change the asset. You can select any ticker we have. We have over 3,000 tickers right over here. This is all of the reports. So this is the report dropdown. All the reports that we have are going to be here. If you want to go back up to 5 years, you can. I don't actually personally recommend it. If you guys have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear it, but I don't recommend going back more than like 6 months, to be honest. You can filter for a specific session, et cetera, right? If you guys have any questions, obviously, don't be shy. Now, I want to go over the initial balance on NQ in the New York session in the last 6 months. I think this is arguably one of the most powerful reports we have, and I'm actually going to show you guys exactly what it is and how you can use this every single day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my indicators. I'm going to put on the initial balance. What you're going to see, just give it a second to load, is you're going to see automatically plotted for you every single day is the high and the low of the first hour, right? So you can see these green and red lines. This is super important that you plot them correctly. So I'm actually going to go to a 5-minute chart for a little bit more detail here. Okay, so the IB. This is the IB right here. What this report is telling you is that out of the last 131 days, 97 of them have only broken one side of the initial balance. 74% of all days in the last 6 months will only break one side of this initial balance here. So what that means, you want to expect one side to break, just not both sides. If you guys have any questions, obviously interrupt me at any time. But pretty much what you want to do is you look over here and you can see that the no break, it's only 4 out of 131. So you want to expect one side to break for sure, right? If today is the day that neither side breaks, whatever. Tomorrow, they will probably break it. But you want to expect one side to break, just not both sides. Now, it will happen, but it's just not going to be really often, to be honest, obviously here. So 30 out of the last 131 is that double break. To be clear, this is still a single break right over here. So this is still a single break. This is a double break. It has to break the high and the low. So I just want to make that super clear to you guys that it's a break of one side of the initial balance. So this is your step one. You wait the first hour. That's what sets the area, right? The high and the low, it sets the range. And then you want one side to break. Now, How do you know which side? We have obviously data for this. So going to the opening candle continuation report. And again, guys, I'm going to ask you one more time, please watch these explainer videos. So if I click on this, it's going to bring me down to this. It's just going to scroll me down to this section here. There is a 0% chance that you know what this is actually doing because I made up the name of the report. Unless you saw it somewhere online, there's a 0% chance that you can just assume what this is doing. So please, again, super important you guys watch these videos because the actual data is like super strong on it, and I want you guys to be able to take advantage of it properly. So
we have a couple of questions.
Good.
Why is 6 months? Why is 6 months best?
Okay. The reason that we allow you to go back 5 years is because there is no right answer. There's no single right answer, but 6 months is enough of an actual sample size to give you some data. Like there are a lot of people that like to look at the last 3 months or the last month. Personally, I think it's a little bit too small. Like it could be a little bit like there's not enough data there. But also if you go back 1 year, there's just, in my opinion, there's just a lot of different market environments that play out over the last year. So if you were to think about it, I get a lot of comments all the time. You have to check this over the last 10 years or over the last 15 years. And I'm like, guys, like we're day trading on a 15-minute time frame. Like there's a 0% chance that data from 2005 is going to help me here. Like I don't see how that's helpful. Now, if you're an investor, you're holding for the next 5 years or 10 years, 15 years. Okay, different story. But one thing to think about, you always hear this, market environments shift, right? The further back so right now, let's just pretend that this is the current market environment. If you want to look back 20 years, the percentage of the total sample that you're looking at, the further back you go, the smaller it gets, like the less weight that it has in the total sample size. So if you look 6 months, it's a lot more probable that the majority of that data is actually relevant to what's happening right now. Does that make sense? Does that answer the question, guys?
Yeah, I think we have other questions too.
Good, perfect.
You have, I think you're fixing to go over a data set, so you can go over this one later, or you can go over now if you wanted to. Do you have data on the overnight low or overnight high being taken out on NQ?
Yes. So we might do it a little bit differently, and this is why watching the videos is super important. So the way that we consider overnight is anything outside of these New York sessions, right? So we have the indicator, we do it on purpose. We need to make it super easy for you to be able to identify yesterday's high, yesterday's low, yesterday's close, whatever else, right? So the overnight range breakout is the one that you want to be looking at. So what this one measures specifically is going to be this range here and it's not the RTH. This is really important. The RTH, if you're going to go to the RTH on TradingView, it's going to include the 415 because the RTH technically goes at 415. It's not that. It's from the 4 p.m. to 9:30 is technically the overnight session. What you can see is that in the last 6 months, 71% of all days will only break one side of the overnight range. On this day, you can see that side was to the downside. So this is the overnight high. This is the overnight low. You can see that on this day, price broke one side of this overnight range. So very intuitively, actually, this is one of the more intuitive reports. Overnight range breakout is the name of the report that you want to be looking at. You can go through, you can look at all the days right here, but it tells you how often it will break both sides, so the high and the low of the overnight range, and then neither side. So again, similar stats, ironically, to the initial balance.
Cool. One more before we keep going here. How customizable are the input entries? For back testing, can you use EMAs, for example?
Great question. So there is nothing subjective inside of Edgeful. So what that means is everything in here you can recreate, you can check every single day, and everyone in the world will come to the same answer because the only reports, the only concepts that we will allow to be put in here are things that are completely black and white. So for example, the initial balance, it either breaks one, both, or neither side. Anyone in the world can go back to any day and decide that. Now, EMAs are very complicated because if you have a bounce off of an EMA, if price comes through, right? I'll just, you know what? I'll just put on SM, whatever. I'm just going to put on an SMA for a second. I'm going to make it a little bit longer. I'll make it 21. Let's try to find a quick example here. Like in our eyes, right? This might be like a really nice rejection of the EMA or the SMA, right? Price comes up, comes really close to this SMA, and then falls down another 40 points. This is a great trade, even targeting a break of the IB low, right? Ironically. But it didn't actually get there, right? It didn't touch the SMA. And you would need to use your subjective thought on like, did it get close enough, right? Is this one close enough to this SMA? I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't think so. I think this is a much better one because it's a lot closer. But that's where we just say we're hands off on that. We're not going to have anything in here that's like, you think it's one thing, I think it's another thing. So the answer is no, we don't have SMAs, for example. But if you go to the customizations of any report, you can change a lot of the different inputs. So if you want to change the initial bounce time from 1 hour to 55 minutes or even 2 hours and 40 minutes, you can. If you want to consider a break of the IB from any wick, or you want to wait for a candle to close outside the IB, you can go and do that. Does that answer the question?
Sick. Perfect. The redneck trades. Let us know if that answered that question. We'll keep on trucking along here.
Sure. And guys, one thing that you might have heard me say before, maybe you haven't, but I never want you to take my word for anything. I don't want you guys to just like blindly listen to people. And if they say, oh yeah, this happens 80% of the time, or this has like a 90% win rate or whatever else, myself included, you should always push back, right? Everything in here, as you can probably tell, there's no opinions in here. There's zero opinions on whether this happened or didn't happen or the bias here. Like a lot of people that just like by their gut instinct have a bullish bias. This bias that we have is backed by data. So there's a really important thing here in trading is you want to try to eliminate your emotions. You don't want to have it be like, oh, you woke up kind of angry this morning, I'm going to be short because of that, or whatever it is, right? This is completely objective every single day.
My girlfriend broke up with me. It's time to short the market.
Exactly, right? Like you don't want to be that guy. You want to be using the data to tell you what to do every day. So, okay, let me go back to that one day. That's a pretty clean example that we have right over here. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you guys is called the opening candle continuation. I made it up, so bear with me while I explain it, but go to my indicators, go to invite only. This is the full set of all the indicators that we have, by the way. These are included in the plan, but I want to go to right over here, opening candle continuation. And I'll show you guys what it actually does. You can see this red box, right? You can see another red box here. You can see another one over here. Try to find a green one. There's a green one right over here. So what this is doing is plotting the color of the first hour. So you can see today, this is using live data to tell you today, the opening candle is green. Your bias should be bullish. Why? Because, well, the opening candle, by the way, sorry, I didn't say it, is the color of the first hour. So if the 1030 price is below 930, that's a red opening candle. If the 1030 price is above, that is a green opening candle. What's really nice is it takes the first hour, and at the first hour, this sets up every single day the same as the IB. So you just have to wait the first hour, you get your IB set, you get your opening candle color set every day. Now, for every time in the last 6 months that there has been a green first hour, 80% of the time, that New York session has closed red. For every time that there's been a red opening candle, 72% of the time, today's New York session has closed red. So it's not tomorrow, it's not 3 days from now, it's today, which is obviously the most actionable in terms of like day trading in Scotland. So on this day, we see a red opening candle, right? Obviously. So now that is a bearish bias. We put on our initial bounce, and now, like I mentioned before, which side are we expecting to break? The downside or the upside? Obviously, the downside, right? And then now we're expecting that first break. We're expecting a break of the initial balance. This opening candle is giving us some confluence, some bias to tell us it should be to the short side. And then now we can capture this trade to the downside. And then once it actually breaks the downside, that's more confirmation for continuation, because that is the second report that's like over 75%. That's going to tell you to be short, or 74%. That's going to be that short bias, right? So this is how you can combine two different reports to give you a data-backed bias every single day. Does that make sense so far? I want to give you guys a second to kind of digest.
Chat, give us a thumbs up in the comments if all this is making sense.
Perfect.
Let us know. Give us a little something in the comments here.
Yeah. So another very interesting report, which I'll show you. I'll try to find a little bit of a cleaner. I'll try to find a bullish example here. Or actually, it's fine. I'll just stick to this one. So another confluence before the IB breaks to tell you which side of the initial balance is going to break, either the low or the high, is the initial balance by rejection, right? So you go to the IB report right over here, number 7, it's by rejection. What is this report looking at? Again, right over here, let's pretend for a second, let's just zoom in, let's pretend these candles didn't actually form. It's 10:35. Now you're looking to enter a trade. You notice we have a red opening candle, so immediately you're leaning bearish. What this report looks at is the actual sequence in which the IB is formed. So is the high formed first, or is the low formed first? You just have to look from left to right. It'll obviously tell you up here every day. So you can see low formed first today. This will update so you don't actually have to do this. But you can see on this day, the high of the IB was formed below or before the low. So you just look from left to right. Which one formed first? The high. Okay, perfect. Now, the high formed first. You're looking at this bucket. 70% of the time in the last 6 months on NQ, the first break is to the downside of the IB, right here. So what you're doing now is you're looking for shorts, targeting here for 2 reasons. 1, the IB high formed first, therefore we can expect the downside of the IB to break first. 2, the opening candle's red, very bearish bias on the day. Does that make sense? I know I'm throwing a lot of names at you, which is, I need to figure out how to make it a little bit more intuitive. But the idea being,
we've had some thumbs up. We've had some thumbs up in the comments, so I think people are catching on.
Perfect. Okay, so I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys. I know we have a limited amount of time, so I'm trying to you guys can watch this back hopefully, but try to take it in, because I'm trying to give you guys a lot of information so you have the opportunity to ask any questions and then actually apply this stuff every day. So to recap, initial balance, or I'll start with the opening candle. Opening candle takes the first hour to form. All it does is it measures the color of the first hour. Is 9:30, is 10 to 10:30 price above or below the 9:30 open? If it's below, that's a red opening candle, bearish. Next, which side of the IB formed first? If it's the high, bearish, because then we want to expect price to break the IB low because of this report right here. Now, when you're looking to take this trade, where are you targeting? The first place that you want to target is going to be the IB low. Why? Number 1, because of this, but also, you go back to our initial balance report, this is the first one I showed you, 97% of the time, one of the sides is going to break. So this is an extremely high probability target, because you know, with practical certainty, that one of these is going to break, whether it's the high or the low. Obviously, if you're long bias today, you're probably going to get stopped out. But that's why you're going to be targeting low. So your TP1 can be right over here, IB low. Now, how do you capture the rest of this move? Using data. Where do you set your runners? You don't really want to set your runners I'm going to look for another 40 points or 30 points or whatever else. Those are arbitrary targets. You don't want to be using arbitrary targets. And what comes next is the initial balance by levels. So what you can see here is I'm using a lot of variations of the initial balance because we're obviously pairing it all together. But what this report looks at is, you guys have heard, like some people talk about as standard deviations. Right here on this day, the IB was 100 points. What this report is measuring is how often does price go 100 points to the downside. So you're just taking the IB range and you're stacking it below. That's it. If the IB is 50 points, how often does it go 50 points to the downside? If it's 10 points, 10 points to the downside. That's it. But obviously it's super annoying to manually plot that, so our indicator is going to do it for you. So if I go down to my indicator, I'm going to put on the -0.5 and -1. And then now, where do we see price going to? These two levels right here. So what this report is measuring is how often does price, on the days that break to the downside, how often does price touch this area right here, this point? This is half of the IB range. So this IB on this day happens to be exactly 100 points, 50 points from the IB low. 62% of the time, price is going to touch this point. So are you going to take a 10-point profit when you know that 60-something% of the time it's going to continue another 40 points down? I don't know. It's up to you guys, but I'm not.
That's a crazy stat, chat. Crazy stat.
And what you can do, so we talked about customizability. Someone asked about customizations.
Yeah. You
click on here. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to customize this, maybe 0.5. Maybe you're not happy with the 60%. You want something higher, right? You want like 70%. I'm going to change this to be 0.3% or 30% of the IB range. And I'm going to do it here as well. And I'm going to show you guys what the report changes to. So here, obviously completely customizable. Honestly, I don't care what you guys do. If you want to have some wacky settings, more power to you. It's not my opinion. That's the whole point of this company. I'm going to change this to be 0.3. One sec. Not 1.3, 0.3. Okay. Right? 0.3. So what happens now? What does that actually mean? What did I do? The IB range on this day is 100 points. What's 30% of that? 30 points. So it's saying take 30% of the IB and stack it below, right over here. This is my target. How often does price touch this point? 72% of the time on days that break to the downside. So why are you guys going to take profits before price reaches this area? 30 points on NQ, your day's done.
Yeah, that's a good day.
You don't even need to, like, you're done. And by this point, you've already captured a larger move. Even if you had a late entry capturing this IB low or taking the trade for the IB break, this is a perfectly data-backed target here, as well as this one here. So even if you missed this entire move, you wait for the IB to break. Now you have like triple confirmation on the bearish bias because the IB high was formed first, which is bearish. You have the red opening candle, which is bearish. You have a break to the IB low, which is bearish. So now you can actually enter somewhere like this for more continuation, right? For more continuation to the downside, because you don't want to expect this to happen. It's super, super, super unlikely that something like this is going to happen when you have these confluences layering in to be short. So enter in short here, targeting where? The -0.3 extension, right over here, this -0.3 level. Does that make sense?
While we're on the IB, do you have stats or plan on implementing stats for, say, a failed auction on the IB low or IB high? To where, say, we break below IB low, what are the chances that we retrace back up 50% of the IB level or back to the other opposite end of the IB level?
So only filtering for the double break days.
Yeah.
So
whether it's a single, so it could be a single break. Like, I mean, we may not even have a double break. Just say just as an example, we break IB low. We're showing signs of breaking down. However, we catch a little bit of buyers coming into the market and we send the price back to, say, 50% of the IB or maybe to the opposite end. Is there a statistic on that? Or if not, is it going to be added?
Yes. Let me try to find a clean example of this.
part of my strategy, so one of my strategies is actually failed auctions on the initial balance. So where we see those breaks and we get failures of continuation of the downside or upside, whichever way price is going, and we see a 50% retracement of that IB.
Yep. And I'm trying to find sometimes I try to find like really, really clean examples just so I could make the point. And then let's just use this one. This is fine. So the IB by retracement. So the way that I'm finding these, by the way, they're all right here. These are sub-reports of the IB. This is number 7 in the sidebar. So right over here, IB by retracement. What is this looking at? Let me just go and reset my settings quick. I just want to make sure that, yep, I just want to reset this 1 second. I'll explain. Just pretend I'm not doing this. Let's pretend that this was all reset. Okay. So this is pretty much, and I just got logged out. Sorry about that. And we're back. Okay. So the initial balance indicator has these midlines. So you can see that automatically plotted for me. I have like the midpoint. So this is the midpoint. This is 25% from the high. This is 75% from the high. Also 25% from the low, whatever else. This is like evenly splitting out your initial balance, right, into 4 parts. What this report is looking at, so there's a really important caveat here, that it only measures days that break to the top side and days that break to the bottom side. This is not going to consider double break days. It's really important. So we don't want, because a double break would be, it would go through and touch all of them, right? It would go through and touch all of them. So you want the information on only the days that don't go through and touch all of them. So what this is looking at is after the first break, and again, you guys are probably, I mean, I'm not expecting anyone to memorize what I'm saying right now, but the videos explain everything. So scroll down, go to the video, watch the video played on 2 or 3x speed. I do not care, but just make sure to watch it, because the information, I know it's a lot, but once you figure out what's for you and what you really like to use, you have everything you need. And you'll notice as the market environments change, this is why I said 6 months earlier, as the market environments change, the data is going to change too. And I'll show you guys some pretty crazy examples of how drastically it could change, but we'll do that later. And just so you guys know, I know I'm showing you guys a lot of reports. This is the full set. So if you guys want to screenshot this, you can. This is the full set of reports that like I could potentially use on any given day. So you can't even use a lot of these on any single day. You can use probably the majority of them throughout an entire week. So you don't have to worry about like, I need to learn about 30 reports. You literally have like a set of 5 or 3 that you look at, that you like identify the setup, you take the setup, you trade it the way the data shows, and you continue to do that. And then once you get comfortable, then you can start to like look for other things. But I would not recommend looking for like 40 reports and trying to memorize all of them. So just a little caveat there. But what this report looks at is after the first breakout of the IB, which theoretically determines the direction, how far back into the IB does price go while still being a single break day? This is pretty much a break and retest concept. So what you can see is that days that break to the top side, 70% of the time are going to touch this point right here, right? This 25% retracement. So on this day, the IB is 137 points. 25% of that is 34. Right here, an entry is not a horrible place to enter over here, because you know that if you enter at the break, 70% of the time you're going to be in drawdown to at least this point right here, the 25% retracement. Does that make sense?
Chat, give us something in chat. Give us some thumbs up in the chat. We'll keep burning through here as we keep as you guys drop those thumbs up. We do have some questions that we need to burn through
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I
lost you on the. I lost your camera.
Oh yeah, my camera's like just overheated. All right, it's okay. I'll turn my camera back on in a second. It says the next trade says, how about 1 minute open range breaks? Can you look back 6 months? How often was there a 1-to-1 target available on that?
So we actually, I'm not even sure if we published this yet. Oh, wow, we did. Awesome. So we don't have a like 1-to-1 report, but you can create 1-minute orbs. Like, so if you want to look at an orb that's 1 minute, like a 9:30 to 9:31, you can do that. You can actually create a fully custom, like 2-minute, 3-minute orb, whatever you want, in 1-minute increments. But we don't have anything that's going to tell you like 1-to-1 or whatever else, but we do have algos that will do that. So if you guys ever see me talk about like the orb algo, that's going to be the one that you guys want to look at for that. But before we go into the algos, I want to like cover all the questions.
Cool. Then Mike here says, back to the SMA trade, how does your data tell us whether or not to take the trade? I'm assuming that maybe he's asking, like, is there any type of confluence that your data could tell?
So I'm not sure how it relates to the SMA, but the concept being, like, the idea behind the reports is it gives you confluence, right? Like, there's no signals. Like, we don't give you guys like any signals on like enter now or whatever else. Like, we tell you based on this data, X% of the time, this has happened. So when you see this thing happen, X% of the time, this is going to happen. So you should take advantage of that accordingly, pretty much.
Yeah. So Chad, it's not like a signals thing. It's not really like telling you when to buy and when to sell. It's more so like if you have a particular strategy in the markets and you want extra confluence behind that strategy, Edgeful has a report around that particular strategy, say that you could go look at and get a stat behind it.
Exactly.
Let's see. All right. There was another question.
Go ahead.
Trying to find it here.
Yeah.
Any statistic for the best time to trade NQ? I know we got something there.
Super subjective on that. We do have reports that are based on time. Now it just depends on the type of confluence you want. So what I just pulled up is the Edgeful screener. The way that I like to set it up, because I trade ES and NQ, I'm sure the same as you guys. The way that I like to set it up is I'll click all. I'll put the 16 total tickers in here. So what is that? The top 10 weighted stocks in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, plus the major future indices. So QQQ, SPY, ES, NQ, RTY, YM. Costco, Broadcom. These are other names that are heavily weighted in the two indexes. So as it relates to time, if you want to look at this daily bias screener, which today has a 70% bullish bias pretty much, this takes roughly the first hour to form. So this makes up the opening candle, the initial bounce, the IB buy rejection, and the previous day's range report. So what this does is imagine you can see what all the major market movers are doing based on the 3 reports that I just showed you guys. The IB buy rejection, initial bounce, opening candle continuation, but you can see all of it at once. That's what this bar is doing. And in terms of the times to trade, this does take the first hour because obviously the opening candle doesn't form until the first hour. But there are some other things that you could use closer to the morning. Like if you guys have work or you need to like be out of the house or you can't buy your screens, there are other things. I mean, I could go into it, and yeah, I could go into it right now if you guys want.
Yeah, just run through it if you want.
Yeah, but what was that other question that you want
to? Yeah, so there's Rob is asking, is there a report for a rejection of yesterday's high of day or low of day?
Oh, ironically, the previous day's range is going to be one of them. So it's not a rejection technically, but it's not technically a rejection. But we do have a report that tells you how often today will close green based on breaks of the previous day's range. So again, you guys have to watch this video because this report is very specific when it comes to futures. We're looking from New York session to New York session. But for every time that the New York session has broke the previous New York high, 70% of the time, today's New York session is closed green. 58% of the time, when it breaks the previous day's low, it will close red. So this is another confluence that you guys can use where, like you got, like implying the question that you had asked there is like a rejection of previous day's high. It's actually a confluence in confirmation when it breaks either that direction, right? So if it breaks previous day's high, that is actually a bullish bias because 70% of the time the day has closed green. You don't want to expect like a break of the high and a major reversal. It happens, obviously, but it's not as likely because you can see here in the last 6 months, 70% of all those days closed green.
Sick. Back to the question on like the best times like trade in Q. Obviously, that is a very subjective question, but there are reports that show when we have like say like what is it, the most volume in particular days, right? By weekday, you could do like Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah, like there's reports on there that show like when we typically get the most volume, or what days typically have the most volume, and also how big the range is.
Volume and range by weekday, another very intuitive name. What this looks at is what is the average volume and average range by weekday. So I actually used to talk about this report a lot, and I should probably continue to talk about it because it's super important. But the idea behind this report is to understand the environment that you're trading in based on whatever weekday it is. So what you can see, the standout to me here is this Monday volume. And the reason that it stands out so much is because it's significantly lower than all of the other weekdays. Why is that important to you? Because when volume is lower, I'll just come up here. When volume is lower, it's a lot harder for price to have that like really nice, clean, larger moves because it just doesn't have the momentum. It doesn't have like the fuel to continue. Like there is just, when volume is low, everyone knows like price will typically do something like this, right? It's just that it's practically, it's really, really difficult for there to be low volume and like clean moves. So what you want to focus on is days that have a lot more volume. Like it's just naturally easier, especially for beginner traders, to trade in days that have nice continuous moves because you're either going to be right or wrong pretty quickly, right? But if you're sitting in this consolidation and this like choppy price action, you're more likely to move your stops and pull in your profit targets and screw around with your trade. So I would guarantee that for those of you who trade discretionarily, I would guarantee that if you look at your journal, Mondays are going to be your worst day. This is like almost universal from like the thousands of people that I've spoken to. It's almost universal that Mondays are their worst day for two reasons. One of them is that the volume is lower, the range is fine, but the volume is lower, which means that the way that the candles develop is going to be a lot more like it's going to have a lot more wicks to it, right? There's not going to be as clean price action. And the other thing is that the markets aren't open, obviously, over the weekend. So we're all traders. We all love to trade. And what happens is you get super itchy over the weekend. You get very eager to like, I'm going to start my week off right. We're going to have a nice big green day. It's going to be Monday. Let's get after it. And what happens is you meet the weekday with the wrong energy. Like you're not adapting to what the weekday actually provides. It's very obvious here that the average volume on these days is a lot lower, which means you need to come in with maybe wider stops, lighter size, and like pull in your profit targets because price just doesn't have that momentum to get to those targets that you have. So this is super important. Any trading journal, whether it's in your prop firm, whether it's a software that you pay for, whether it's whatever, probably has some sort of information on what weekdays work best and worst for you specifically. I would be very careful and very mindful about the weekday, and you can use this report to do that. Now, one other thing that I want to mention is there's obviously a giant spike here on Wednesdays, FOMCs on Wednesday. So there's like an extended range here for that. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. But that is honestly understanding the context of the report that you're looking at is, sorry, not the report. Understanding the context of the environment that you're trading in is super important because if you come in with a different expectation, then you're going to screw around to the market. It is up to us to adapt to the market. The market does not adapt to us.
100%.
Incredibly important.
Yeah, 100%. Is there any other major thing like you think you could go over that would be that the viewers might see as useful here?
Yeah. So again, I mentioned the screener just a second ago. This is going to be the thing that you guys should pull up to see what is my data-backed bias. Again, this doesn't form directly in the morning. There are other reports you guys can look at to like give you a bias during the morning. But The first hour has passed. Let's say you took a couple of trades. Now you're waiting for the IB to set. You're waiting for the IB to break, whatever else. This is going to give you a bias that is not someone's opinion, not someone on Twitter, not someone on YouTube. There's no opinions in here. Doesn't mean you can't listen to other people, right? Like I post trades on Twitter. I know a lot of other people like live stream trades, whatever else. But this is giving you something that is data backed every single day. And there's really 3 outcomes. A day like today, obviously, is more bullish bias, right? You don't want to expect like some major reversal, like some major like a sell-off on a day like this. The opposite is also true. There's going to be days where this is like mostly bearish. You don't want to be the one trying to catch a falling knife on those days. And then, which is the most important one, there are days where it's more split 50-50, where there's no real bias. And those days almost always will end up looking like this. And these days are where almost all the traders blow their accounts because they're looking for some sort of continuation and they don't get it and they keep getting reversed on, and that's when you get stopped out. If you can only know what days will end up being choppy before they're choppy and you blow your account, that's where this is going to come in, right? When this is more like 50-50, that is your sign to take a step back, to lift your foot off the gas, to maybe paper trade, or just walk away entirely. So this has been super, and the reason I bring this up again is because it has been super popular among our users. This has been like a game changer for a lot of people to understand like what's actually going on right now with the major market movers. And I'm trading ES or NQ. I need to know what the underlying stocks that make up those indexes are doing.
100%. That chat, that's banger info right there. How can people get involved with Edgeful? Like what's the cost to get involved here?
Yeah. So
we have questions over that.
$49 a month. So less than the cost of the 1 million evals, but $49 a month, no discounts, no Black Friday, no New Year's. We do 0 discounts. So you don't need to wait for one. It's literally it like pays for itself in one trade, $49 a month. The annual plan is the only discount that we do. It's 20% off, so it ends up being $39 a month.
I know people like myself, like I use this daily, and I know plenty of traders that use this daily. I mean, the amount of info and stats that you get around the market is, I mean, the price, the $39 or $49, sorry, is next to nothing for the amount of info that you're getting around these markets. Like it really, truthfully, it really is an incredible platform.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. And we're actually in Q4, we're releasing Edgeful AI. And every time we've raised our prices, we've grandfathered everyone in to the current price that they're paying. So when we raise prices again, once we release Edgeful AI, will be included in the plan. Every single thing that I've shown you so far, except the algos, which I didn't show you, is included in the plan. The algos are $2.99 a month, but everything else, including Edgeful AI, will most likely, I don't want to say for sure, but will most likely be included in this plan. So we're like 99% going to raise the price. We haven't determined to what yet, but if you want to be grandfathered in before we raise the prices, you can just sign up now, and it's $49 a month.
Sweet. Chad, the other thing too here that I want to mention, and being a trader, it's hard. Sometimes it can be hard to take out like that human emotion and the human opinion of the markets. Here, this takes all of that out for you. It is backed purely by numbers, right? Stats numbers don't lie. Data doesn't lie, right? It is backed purely by data. So it helps take out that human emotion, right? Those human thoughts, those opinions that you have as a trader, and puts it in a box and helps you focus purely off numbers. And I think that's where Edgeful does a really good job at giving traders an edge, or helps them refine their edge, because you might have a particular strategy that you can dive in on, right? And look at stats and report and learn something about your strategy that you may have never known.
Exactly.
Right. And it can help 100%. You also, and also help you fine tune that strategy and help maybe even bring you a higher win rate on that strategy. So there's a lot that you can do with this. It's one of those tools that you just spend time in, right? You set some time aside during the day, grab a coffee or something, dive into the data and statistics, and find ways that it can help you tweak your strategy.
Yeah. Very well said. Really well said.
Absolutely massive. Redneck says, I plan on signing up. Code JM for me. Even I put the link in the comments here. I can put it again for you guys as well. You can grab this link for you. Andre, anything else, bro?
I mean, that's it. I don't want to just overwhelm. Like I threw a lot at you guys. Just to recap the reports, if you guys want to watch this back, we covered the opening candle continuation, the initial bounce by rejection, and initial bounce by levels. I'm just saying that so you guys can go back and look at them. They're all right over here. If you guys want to, I'll just zoom in here. If you guys want to screenshot this, this is the screwed up. Oh, there it is. Okay. If you guys want to screenshot this, you can. Like, this is my list of bookmarks. I just zoomed in so you guys can grab it. But this is the list of reports that I would use on any given day. And if you're going to start with any group of reports, this is the one that I would recommend. Specifically for trading futures, if you're a scalper or a day trader, these are not swing trader reports, but these ones are all intraday.
Perfect. Chat, we'll do one more round. Anybody got any final questions for Andre here? I'll give you guys a couple minutes to type in the comments. We got a little bit of time, so we'll do just a couple minutes here. If you have any questions, be sure to put them in.
Sure.
Someone here is saying is, can you execute your algos on the X platform? I'm assuming Project
X.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up. We are building the Project X integration now.
Oh, sick. There you go.
Yeah. So one thing, guys, just to be careful of, since we released the algos, so they're fully automated algos. You don't have to automate them if you don't want to. You can just like receive the signals from TradingView, but just be really careful about the rules of your prop firm. So I just want to really highlight that. We don't want you guys to get banned. They're changing the rules all the time about like, do they allow algos? Do they not allow algos? Whatever it is. Like, I just want you guys to be like, I don't want you guys to buy an account, use the algos, like use the fully automated execution, and then like end up getting your account banned or whatever else. So please, we can't keep track with all the changes as it relates to like the rules. Obviously there's like 100 prop firms. We're not going to keep track of like what the rules are, but please just be careful about what they say and what the rules are, because we don't want you guys to lose money on the evals.
Yeah, 100%. Anything, JT is asking, anything related to the Mag 7 as a driver of price action?
I mean, I would say genuinely that the screener is going to be the place to go as it relates to the Mag 7. So I have the Mag 7 in here. They also obviously happen to be the highest weighted stocks in the two major indices. So Apple, Amazon, whatever else, like you can see every single day, like what are they doing, right? So are their opening candles red? Are they green? Like, did they break out of the IB to the top side and the bottom side? Like IB by rejection, you can see like which side of the IB formed first. Like all of the data, and here's me, all the bias in here is me backed by data. But the Mag 7 is, you can also just put the Mag 7 in here if you want to. You don't have to have Broadcom. You don't have to have Costco or the indices in here. Obviously, I would. That's what I do. You don't have to do what I do either. But yeah, you can pick any stocks that you want to actually appear inside here.
Perfect. MyFX says, is gold also in the statistics? Yes, they have gold. They have pretty much every instrument you can think of.
Literally, yeah. So we have the full list. We have lean hog. We have soybeans. We have palladium. We have like literally whatever, natural gas, like anything. And then if you go, we have live cattle. Then if you go to the stocks, we literally have like 3,000 stocks, like even the ones that you would like have never heard of, that are just cluttering our database, honestly.
I've been saying if NQ doesn't get it together, I'm going to trade corn.
We have it. So if you want to, you can. Yeah, we also have crypto. So you want to look at Bitcoin, you want to look at Ethereum, you want to look at XRP, Doge. We have it. We also have the currencies. So we have Forex. So we have all the pairs. All the data in here, by the way, is from Awanda. That's important to mention because they're all different. But our Forex data is from Awanda. Our crypto data is from Coinbase. So it's obviously important to note, because if you're looking at Binance or whatever else, that's going to make a difference.
Got it. Cool. I think that pretty much wraps up all the questions we have. Andre, dude, thanks for coming on, bro. This was actually really insightful. I know the chat got a lot out of this. So again, chat, if you check out Edgeful, use that link. I put it in the comments there. You guys, again, absolutely stellar platform. Andre, you did a great job with this.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so appreciate you, Andre. We'll have to do it again, bro. We'll have to do it again.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
All right, bye, guys. Thank you.
Peace, Andre.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bam. Andre with Edgeful. Chat, I don't know why my camera is actually like overheated. Like it's not turning on. So it's my camera's done, bro. But that was that was Andre with Edgeful. Hope you guys got some good insight from that. Chat, we are gonna be doing a giveaway right now. All right, we are gonna be doing a giveaway. I'm gonna put the link. We're doing a giveaway for 150K straight fund account with Tradefy. But I'm gonna put a link in the comment for Edgeful here if you guys need the link, want the link again to go check it out. There's a link in the comment section. You guys can go check out Edgeful again. Like, really spend some time in the platform, bro. Spend some time in it because you can probably learn more about your strategy than what you may think. Right? You may learn something brand new about your strategy that you never knew, and it could increase your win rate. So I use it for IB. I'm a big IB trader. He actually went over IB like right off the rip. I was actually kind of happy about that because I'm a huge IB trader. I think a lot of you guys are too. Luna, I know in chat you're a huge IB trader. Absolutely a banger platform there. Absolute banger. Chat, should we do a giveaway? Should we do the giveaway, bro? I need to pull up hold on, let me pull up my little raffle thing. Get logged into it. And we'll do a giveaway. Uh-oh. Hold on, what happened here? Log in to YouTube. All right, let's do something different here. Botrix. Botrix is not working for me right now, chat. Hang on. Let me do something different. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Hold on, chat. Let me try to fix something here. I need to see if I can get logged in. Log in. How can I fix this? I think we should be good now. Hold on. We should be good. Okay, chat. Let's I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't, it should log, but if it doesn't work, we'll just have to redo it. So we're just gonna try it and see. Chat, we are going to do a 150K account giveaway right now. All the spam accounts are coming in. They heard giveaway. Yeah, I know. 150K straight to fund account giveaway, chat. Be sure to type in, this is numbers. All right. 150. Type the number 150. Oh, wait, hang on, chat. Hang on. Before you do. Hang on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hang on. Okay, now type it. 150. Type 150. Send it. 150, chat. There we go. It's working. All right. Type 150 in the chat for the 150K straight to fundo. Holy. Holy. We also got 60 likes, chat. If we get to 80 likes, bro, we'll set a record. Can we get to 80? If you guys haven't liked the stream, bro, hit that like button. If we get to 80 likes, bro, we'll have a record. Give you guys a few minutes to type in 150 to enter the giveaway for 150K straight to funded account. Also, Luna just sent 5 people a gifted membership. Check your notifications. Shout out Luna, big dog, holy moly, coming in with the 5 gifted members. You just got gifted 5 members or 5 membership, chat. Check your notifications. You are going to be in for exclusive content on the YouTube channel if you are a member. So be ready for that, holy. We're at 72 likes. We might get to 80, chat. We might actually get to 80. When we get to 80, it's going to be an absolute record smasher. Absolute record smasher. So far, we got 53 people in the giveaway. We got 53. Remember, if you are not entered, be sure to hit or type 150. We're 4 likes away from a record 80 likes, chat. That would be a record smasher. So if you haven't hit the like button, bro, 4 more likes, we smash the record. Also, chat. Oh, is my camera back on? Wait, hold on. It's still dead. Oh, no, my camera's still dead. Sorry. Chat, my camera's dead, so just apologies there. It's it overheated. It's gone. It died. It died. All right, we got 57 participants, chat. Holy 57. It's gonna be a big race, baby. Holy. Chat, we need 3 more likes. Can we get 3 likes, chat? Can we get 3 more? Okay, says too much glare killed my camera. Man, look. How are you supposed to admire my shiny head, bro? Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Chat, we need 1 more like. 1 more like and we're good. 1 more like and we hit 80. Who hasn't done it yet? If you haven't hit that like button, bro, smash it. Smash it. Also, if you haven't typed in 150 yet, type in 150 to be entered for the 150K straight to funded account. Luna says, saved my for now, chat. We just 82 likes, baby. We're smashing a record. GG's. Appreciate you guys, chat. Appreciate you guys. All right, chat. I'm going to give you guys like 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Type 150. 150 to enter the chat or to enter the giveaway. And then we're going to close it. We are going to close it. Remember, we're doing 150K straight to funded, and then we're also doing a 50K growth. If I can see who gets last place, they'll win the 50K growth. If not, it'll go to second place. We got 58 people, chat. 58. Redneck says, let's go, little ducky. It's your time to shine. Chat, this is where preparation meets opportunity. You know the deal. Preparation meets opportunity. Ooh, we got 64 people now. 64, 65. Oh, 66, chat. It's heating up. It's heating up. 30 seconds, chat. I'm maybe 30 seconds. Type in 150. 150 to be entered for the giveaway, the straight to funded account. Jose says, let's go, bros. I need to get back to work. Holy. Holy. All right, chat. This is it. We have 70 people. It is closed down. It is closed down. We're going to go in here and put in, I'm going to copy all your names. Over. We got 70 people, chat. Holy moly. I'm gonna have to chat. We're gonna have to probably find like a new like duck race or something, or a new like game, because duck race can only hold 100 people, and we're getting close to that. So unless I can do like a premium version and it gives me more members or more people. But anyways, chat, we're gonna do it for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2-minute race. Chat, are we ready? Are y'all locked in? Are y'all locked in, bro? Are we locked in, chat? Because listen, I hope your duck trained hard for this. I really do. I really do. I hope he trained hard. Good luck. Good luck. Holy moly, chat. Holy moly. DJ coming in with the lead. Number 25 coming in with the lead. We got Bozana. Oh, Bozana's falling off. Mario C. Mario C. Oh, looking like Rudolph. Gino. 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 X Supreme. Holy chat, is going to be a close one. It's going to be an absolute close one. Mario's maintaining the lead. JT Irby trying to pull up. Chat, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Holy. Who's it going to be, chat? Mr. Bond coming in with the lead. Mr. Bond. Volatility is pulling in. Holy. Volatility getting real volatile. Uh-oh. Volatility falling off. We got Don coming in. We got Dan. We got AMD. We got Scalp Rule. Holy. Scalp Rule. Gino. AMD. Gino's pulling in. Scalp Rule trying to take the lead. Miss Ventures turning up the nitro. Holy. We got Tazan. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Who's going to take it? Omar. Andrew, 1, 2, 3, 2. Josh is trying to pull in for the lead. Scalp Rule is maintaining. Look at the mean look Scalp Rule has with this body outfit. Scalp Rule means absolute business. Scalp Rule is meaning absolute business. Look at the look on his face. We got Ismail trying to pull up here. Luna is trying to pull in. Donna is trying to take the lead. Oh, Scalp Rule is falling off. Holy Luna. Oh no, is Luna gonna pull it through? Chat, Luna. Oh, wait a minute. Who's this? Stoic. It's Luna and Stoic. Oh, Luna's falling off. Holy, we got Stoic. We got trades by Judah. Close. Chat, it's close. Trades by Judah. Holy moly. We got trades by Judah coming in clutch with the absolute win. Trades by Judah. You won the 150K straight to funded, but chat, we're giving away a 50K growth account. So whoever came in last, chat, whoever came in last gets a 50K growth. Trades by Judah. 150K, bro. Straight to fundo. Holy, let's scroll down, chat. Who came in last? Who's it going to be? Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna come in with the 50K growth account? Scroll down. We had 70 something people. All right, chat. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Hassan, Masood, SK Masood, Masad, Masad, Masad Hassan, 50K growth for coming in last place, bro. Chat, if you're one of the winners, be sure to be in Discord. There's a link down in the description of this video, of this YouTube. But I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna give Hassan a moment. So, chat, Hassan, if you're here, let me know. Okay, I see Hassan. All right, so Trades by Judah and Hassan, message me in Discord. I will give you guys a code to lock in the accounts for your for winning the giveaway. Chat, GG's. I hope you guys were great. I wonder if my camera will turn on. My camera is not turning on, bro. It is cooked. Chat, GG's today. We had an incredible stream. We had Edgeful come on and give some just absolute banger info on Edgeful. We gave away some accounts. Chat, we're live every single day. So if you're not here, we're going to be doing another giveaway tomorrow. So if you're not subbed to the channel, make sure to hit that sub button because we are live every single day and we're doing another giveaway tomorrow. So make sure you're here because we might do another straight to funding giveaway tomorrow. DM or just in your Discord? Trades, just send me a DM. Just send me a DM. So be sure to hit that sub button, chat. With that said, I'm gonna let you guys. We're just gonna tune out, baby. It's getting close to market close. We're gonna call it a day there. Hope you guys had a good day. Hope you guys are nice and green. Remember, hit that sub button. Tune in to tomorrow's stream for the straight to funding giveaway. Appreciate it. Love all you guys. Be safe. You continue trading. Be patient. Fam, have a good rest of your day. Cheers.